so you click the video, so you like me. Hey, what's up, y'all? If you're new to this series, this is a series where I just allow myself to free flow and just ramble if I want to ramble, if I want to motivate, which is like 75% of the time I'm spewing something positive, but we'll see where it goes. Today, this is entry number. It's going to be on the screen because I don't know. I think it's like 14 or 15. I'm getting pretty good at these. But today, I don't necessarily want to like motivate. I'm just not in that mood right now. I feel like right now, it could be the retrograde because everybody's talking about how retrograde's been kicking their butt and this and the third. It could be the retrograde, but it just feels like a transitional period, which it is. I can tell you for sure. I feel like I've been going through, personally, transition since, I don't know, but it feels a lot stronger right now. Like, people are not in my life anymore, whether it's good or bad or whatever. Like, they're not in my life anymore. I'm not in the same place I was mentally, spiritually, physically. So it's a lot of changes that are happening so abruptly, and I'm trying to like calm down and slow down and just allow myself to process things and not get afraid, because I'll tell you guys, since you guys are gonna know more about my life as I continue this series, I've been working on a project for like the past 7 months and it's done. Oh my god, is there something on my lip? Oh no. And it's done. It's completely finished. It's been finished for, I want to say 2.5 weeks, almost 3 weeks. And you're probably like, why isn't it out? Why haven't you sent it? I haven't sent it yet because what I was talking about in the last video, self-sabotage is real. And I find myself, when it comes to big things, I dilly-dally around the buttons to push and to actually submit things because I get nervous. I've been pushing out singles, which is like really cool, but a project seems so big and I'm making it so big in my head, and it's my first one, so I'm like, oh my god, I want it to go so well. But today's lesson, or today's reminder that I got, was to be deliberate, not perfect. As a Virgo, y'all are gonna find out either way. That's one thing that we definitely struggle with, is this constant need for like perfection and just fine-tuning. We're ones that like look at like the details, like we pay attention, we, you know, record everything, and I am a very meticulous person, I know that. But when it comes to the scary things, that's when I'm like, screw the details, just throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. I don't want to see it, I don't want to hear it. But it's like, that threshold is what we have to cross to get to the next level. And the project is called Departure, and it means so much to me. Here I am on a whole rant. It means so much to me. I grew up living near one of the biggest airports, not the biggest, but one of the biggest airports, and you'll probably hear it, like a plane takes off like every 5-10 minutes. So it's always been a theme, and I'm afraid of heights, but God gave me this height, so I got to do something with it. So it's called Departure, and it's kind of funny, ironic how I can't click the button to like send departure, like to enter that era. And I'm not gonna say can't, because I will. I'm going to. I thought about it today. I've been like letting little things, this is where my overthinking side comes in. I've been letting little things get in the way and deter me from pushing the button. I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, or oh, I gotta do this, or oh, I gotta do this, running from the button when like it's done. And I literally cried when it was done because I was just like, oh my god, I've been working so hard towards this, and now here comes the completion and the oh, you hear that? It's a plane, it's a bird, it's a plane. There's also tons of birds by my window all the time, especially in the mornings. They're always tweeting. What was I saying? But completion and self-respect, like finishing it, good, but pushing it out like that, I know I'm gonna do it, but like it's because I know it's like something I haven't done before. It's a little nerve-wracking to me, and I'm going to like record when I do it, or I'm like gonna take it in when I do it. But this year it's been a lot of like doing for me, which I really love, and I put a lot of pressure on feeling like I'm not doing it, but like I have been doing a lot. Last year I said I was gonna release a bunch of stuff, and I have, and it's gone way better than I've expected, honestly. But all this is to say, I feel like I'm in a transitional period of like doing the things I've always wanted to do, and now like coming to terms with changes and seeing new things appear in my life and not knowing what to do. So if I was going to give any advice from all of the podcasts and the videos and the books that I've read, or read tidbits of too, because I haven't read that many books lately, but in the white space, that's what they call it, the white space, the white noise, the gray matter, whatever you want to call it, you're supposed to really just reflect. Rest, reflect. Like, I shouldn't be doing so much right now because everything is done. Like, all I have to do is like maybe plan some marketing stuff, but I'm still putting the same pressure on myself as I did when I was like creating, and that's not good. In this space of transition, it's better to sit with how you're feeling, be present in these moments, and use whatever energy you get and just allow things to flow to you. Like, I want to do more, I want to do this, but it just is not feeling like that time. There was a time a couple of months ago where I was like on fire. When I tell you I was on fire, like every day, getting up, doing this, doing this, doing this. And it just reminds you that like there's seasons that change. There's seasons that change, and getting used to the changes is challenging, but it's not that hard. Like, it feels like a lot right now, but in like a month I'm gonna be like, why didn't I push the button earlier? You know, like after you do it you're like, oh wow, I could have done this sooner. But the process of getting yourself to do the things that you want to do, or sitting with how you feel in the transitional period and not judging yourself, can be very challenging. Very challenging. I don't know if you're going through anything or not. Like, what I'm going through is not super crazy, but because it's relative to something that I'm very passionate about and I have so much love for, it feels like my whole world. And because I feel like with music, there's a different level of like when you create something, that there's an intimate, like very special place, because it feels like people are getting to take a peek into my brain, and I'm like, this is scary. This is very scary. But scary is good, because then it shows you like there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. So call it the retrograde or not, I feel like when it hits around my birthday or like September, the seasons are changing, fall, things start to really shift, because like we're getting towards the end of the year and it's also like harvest season. So give yourself some grace. And I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to me. Give yourself some grace. If you're going through a transitional period, I know I was just ranting, but if you're going through a transitional period and you don't really kind of know what to do, it's better to do the things that you enjoy and segment time for like the things that you have to do, but allowing yourself to feel. I've definitely been feeling very, very emotional, and I would say that I'm not one who like is super emotional, but I've been feeling way more emotional and been allowing myself to feel it, which is very, very, I'd be like, am I on my period? No. No. But yeah, if you are in a space like this right now where you're like, I don't know, things feel like they're up in the air, but like you just have no answers, I feel like it's best to wait, to do the things you enjoy and kind of wait for what's supposed to be revealed to be revealed. Because like, what else can you do? There's always higher powers at work. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'll see y'all in the next entry. Bye.